As usual, I'll be reviewing the markets with you. So this will be the market review for this week's trading. So let's take a look at our possible scenarios to look out for in the market for the new week. I'll be reviewing EURUSD. So we are in a monthly time frame, and as you can see, this is the last low that made the item. This internal structure. The monthly time frame is bearish since we broke structure here to the downside. So we are bearish on the monthly time frame. And if we are bearish on the monthly time frame, that means we will be looking at a supply zone to sell from. This is another block. This is another block right here. And price is already reacting from this other block. And this is liquidity taking. Because if I go down to lower time frame, if I go to weekly now, you see this is an inducement. This is an inducement. Let me just go to weekly and show you real quick. See, this is an inducement. Price has already induced this place, and it's tapped in on the other block. But that's not what we are doing here. Let's continue first. Whew. Good. To be clear, this was a low, this was a high. Then we got a break right here. Then we made this high and this low. So we are selling from here on EURUSD, but this is monthly time frame. This one will take years for it to move as you would want. So this is a possible scenario on the monthly. You'll be expecting this zone to be taken. And the future, in the future, whatever year that would be, unless we break this zone. If we don't break this zone, then we will continue selling, and I think we will continue selling. But that's for that, you are not taking trades from the monthly time frame. Yeah, I'll leave this one like this. Let's go to the weekly and see what's happening. The weekly time frame is interesting. The weekly time frame is pretty interesting. You have lots of movement in the internal structure, but this was a low that made this high. This high, this is an internal liquidity, as you can see. This high broke structure to the downside right here, and then it made another high. It's already tapped into this other block, this monthly other block, and as you can see, it's also a weekly other block as well. Price already tapped into it, and the reality is that we are expecting to continue selling. We are expecting to continue selling, Let me mark out this break of structure. This is a break of structure. Yeah. You know, when we are reviewing the markets, we focus on the recent data so that you don't make mistakes. We focus on the recent data. So we are expecting price to come here and break this low. This will be our target liquidity in the monthly time frame. You get? So we're already reacting on this other block, and what can you see? For me, like I don't joke anytime I see price take out liquidity, and all this liquidity has been cleared. All this liquidity has been cleared. Can you imagine? All this liquidity has been cleared. So this is a pretty, like a very solid other block. Very solid other block. It has cleared all liquidity. It induced every early sellers or something like that. So, and we are reacting on the other block. Let me keep this thing back, because let me keep this my inducement, because I will need it. So as you can see, we are already reacting. This was the last this was the high, this was the high, the last high, and this was the last low right here. And this is a good strong order block that price is reacting on. So we'll be expecting price to continue selling, to sell to break this structure right here. Okay, so this is what we'll be expecting to happen on the weekly time frame. So that's that. Let's see what's happening on the daily. You know, let's see what's happening on the daily. You know, we're only focusing on the recent data. We are only focusing on the recent data, and the recent data here is this right here. So let's see what the market is doing. We have this low. This low made a high, made another low, and this is the highest point, because from here to here there was no break here, as you can see. So this is the highest point. It's not this. Okay, this broke structure actually. This broke structure, but let me check whether it's a body close, because if it's not a body close, it will just be liquidity sweep. It's a body break, or it's a body close. So this is a valid break of structure. This is a valid break of structure. So this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high. You get this high made a low, then broke structure to the upside, and ta-da! Do you see what happened? It broke structure to the downside after reacting, after price has reacted on this monthly order block. After price has reacted on this monthly order block that we are expecting to sell from in the monthly time frame. So price has gotten there, and do you see what happened? Immediately price tapped in, it broke structure. This is a very strong indication that the monthly time frame sales is going to hold. As you can see, it's very clear. This one is very clear. So we marked this break of structure. This was where the break happened. As you can see, this was break of structure. And what can you see again? Hey, this is a very strong confirmation for me. If I get to break of structure, then it means that, yeah, we are going to that direction. So this is another one right here. This is another break after the first one. This is another break. There is two break of structure because this is a valid pullback. This was the low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the perfect confirmation that we are going to do those sales. That we are going to do those sales that we've already spotted on the monthly time frame. So let me remove this. So since we are already, because the daily now is bearish confirmed, as we can all see, is bearish. So, and this was the last high. This was the last high that led to the break of structure. We mark it out. This was the last high that led to the break of structure. And this is the last low. You get. So we'll be looking at this swing high, between this swing high and this low right here. We'll be marking out our POIs. Because yeah, that's what we'll do. We're marking out our POIs. First, let's use our Fibonacci. Since we are selling, I have to start from the top. This is our Fib. And as you can see, this other block is within the discounted zone. This other block is within the discounted zone. So we mark it out. It's on par with the 50%. That's it's in the discounted zone. Also, there is another other block here as well. Another POI here as well. So if this first one doesn't hold, the second one should hold, right? The second one should hold. So both this first order block and the second one, they are both in the discounted zones. So they are very good order blocks. They are very good order block. The only thing that will make the first order block not to hold is if price decides to seek liquidity. If price decides to seek liquidity. So if price decides to seek liquidity, then it will have to go all the way. It has to go all the way here and induce this place. But we'll definitely get a sign. Because if this other block won't hold, we'll get a sign on the lower time frame that it won't hold. So, but let me remove this inducement till then. So the main thing is to mark out our POIs, our supply zones. So we've already done that. So the next thing is to go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening. What can you see on the 4-hour time frame? What can you see? Okay, for me, this was a high that made a low. This low made a high. It broke structure, made another low. This is the lowest point. This is the high, valid pullback. It made another low. Made another low. Then there's a high. Till here. So the 4-hour time frame is pretty bearish. It's very, very bearish. It's been selling since, what's the date? Since 26th April. It's been selling since 26th April till we are in June, July. Wow. It's been selling since then. So this was our last break of structure. Let's mark it out. This was the high. This was the break. This was our last break of structure to the downside. Let's mark it out. This is the break. Right. I remember when I reviewed the market last week, I told you guys that I'm expecting price to induce this place because it's a liquidity. It's not a valid pullback. Even if it is, this is a liquidity zone. I'm expecting price to induce this as well. I'm expecting price to induce it as well because it's still a liquidity on this zone. I'm expecting price to induce, and the point of a reversal, is for price to seek out liquidity. And if I go to the lower time frame now, you will see that price is already on reversal. You can see high, low, it broke structure. You can see that, right? So price is already going, it's already in the reversal phase. And since the reversal has started, I'm expecting those liquidities to be induced so that you can see this is what I'm expecting. This high, then maybe you come here, take order, and induce this place, possibly induce this place as well. Then we will land here. It's from the reaction we get here that we will know whether we will continue set ourselves or whether we will go for the other block. But I think that this other block is going to hold, because if market takes all this liquidity, this becomes a very, very strong other block, because liquidity has been swept. There is no need for price to go higher again to seek more liquidities. Do you understand? So this is what I'm expecting. So the 4-hour time frame is bearish. It's only bullish on the internal structure. So the 4-hour time frame is bearish. This daily POI is also a 4-hour POI as well. So this is a very strong POI, and it has liquidities to induce to fuel the movement to get here. So I think this POI will hold. When price gets here, I think it will hold. So let's see what's happening in the internal structure. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame and 1 hour time frame. From the 1 hour time frame, what can we see? But we didn't mark out our zones on the 4 hour time frame. We have to mark out our, okay, it's already marked out. It's already marked out because this daily POI can serve as the 4 hour POI as well. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. From the 1 hour time frame, what is price doing? You can see 1 hour time frame is bullish. Let me start here so you understand the movement. This was a low, this was a high, then we broke structure nicely. We broke this low here. This is a valid pullback in the 1 hour time frame, so you can see. Then we broke structure again here. This was a high, this was the low, so you can see. Then we made a high here, which was, this is the highest point. And then we have a pullback here, and we broke structure. So do you see what happened? Do you see what happened? We were bearish from here to here. You see, then we made a high and broke it. So this is an indication. This is an indication that the 1 hour time frame has to be our change of character. That the 1 hour time frame is bullish now. I should move this part drawing. So we've gotten a change of character in the 1 hour time frame. So it's telling us that the 1 hour time frame is bullish, and we are on the journey to get to this other block, because for me, I'm waiting for price to react on the higher time frames POI. So this is the journey that I'm expecting for price to get here. It could get here this week, it could get here next week, but this is the direction I'm seeing the market going. So for me, EURUSD is bullish, is still bullish for this coming week. It's still bullish. On the higher time frame is bearish, but this daily time frame, this is 1 hour time frame, so it's bullish here now. So this is the direction I'm expecting the market to go. Then let's go to the 15-minute time frame, but first let's mark out a possible trade scenario. A possible trade scenario that I'll be expecting. This was the low, this was the high, I got a break of structure, this was the last low. I got this break to the top, it made the low and broke structure nicely. So my swing high and swing low now is from here. It's from this low to this high. So my focus this week is between here and here. That's the beginning of this week. It's between what happened inside here and here. So, and inside here and here, this is our order block. This is a valid order block. It's pretty much in the discounted zone. This is a valid order block. So on our H1 POI, this is a valid order block. And what do we see here? This is a nice liquidity waiting to be induced. I'll mark it out as inducement. Is a nice liquidity waiting to be induced, and if we induce this liquidity, then I will have a stronger trust that this POI will hold. So I'm expecting price to come here, tap into this place and break this place. Not only break this place, this is an inducement, so the movement could be very strong because market is attracted to liquidity. The movement could be very strong if this other block holds, because this target liquidity, obviously this is an inducement, obviously this is another inducement. So many fuel, so many gas, whatever you call it, to fuel the movement are up here. So once we get this reaction and it holds, I'm expecting a strong movement to go pia. That's I'm expecting a very strong momentum because there are so many factors that will influence the movement, So this is the possible scenario that I'm looking at. You get, so yeah, this will be the this will be the other block we'll be looking at. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame and see what's happening. From the 15-minute time frame, what can we see here? The 15-minute time frame is bullish. You can see that, right? 15-minute time frame is bullish. Let's go step by step. This was a low, this was a high. There's a low, there's a break of structure, there's a low, there's a high, there's the lowest point, right? Let me be sure. Okay, no, this didn't break structure. This didn't break structure here, so this is the lowest point, and this was the break. This was where this one was taken out. As you can see, this was where this one was taken out right here. So this is the low that made this high. Let me show you what I'm saying clearly. This was not a body closure. This was the high, this was the last high, and if I cross this line, you see that. Do you see? This was an inducement. This was an inducement that happened right here. It was an inducement. So the price didn't break structure here. Many people might call it a break of structure, but it's not. This is not a break of structure. This was where the structure was broken. You get, so the market punishes all mistakes, because if you've read this as a break of structure, let me show you what you would have done. If you read this as a break of structure, you would probably have, this another block. You probably have set your limit here and expecting price to come here and tap into this place and continue the buys. But you see, it was an inducement. Market it was a trap. So it's not a valid break of structure. So you know. Let me remove these things. So this was where we got the break of structure. So this becomes our last low and last high. So it's in conference with the 1 hour time frame. They are both, it's the same swing low and the same swing high. Everything that happened here, I will just call it a consolidation. I'll just call it consolidation. Everything that happened in the market was consolidating. That's what I'll call it. So this is the low and this is the high that we'll be looking at. And this is an inducement I've already marked out. So this is the 15-minute POI. There's a 15-minute POI. Yet if price, I'm expecting price to induce this place, induce this low here and tap into this other block and give us a buy. So you can just break this structure, take the other inducement. So then the movement will be massive whenever price taps into this place. You just expect a very bullish momentum. You get? So if price will get to this 15-minute time frame, it could. You just have to be patient. So this is what I'll be expecting. It could, then or you could just tap into this 1 hour and continue. So this is what I'll be expecting this week. This is what I'll be expecting this week to happen. If you're there's a 10 pips stop loss is below order. There's RBI, so it will be like 7R. But there's not a financial advice, as you know. No, I'm just analyzing the markets for you guys. So this will be my lookout for the week. This is my lookout for the week, and I hope this week will favor us. And in my $5,000 account, I only have one trade left to either lose the account or get it back to few more lives. So the setups I'll be taking this week will only be high probability setup. Will only be like, I'll just do exactly what my rule tells me to do. I'll just set my order and wait. And if I'll be trading Euro USD, this is exactly what I'll be doing. This right here is exactly what I'll be doing. Whether it takes me out or not, no problem. But this is exactly what I'll be doing. And for your information, there is a liquidity right here. This thing is liquidity. All these things, all these equal lows, this liquidity right here. You get this liquidity right here. So price can even come here and it could, let's say that there was that the sellers were stronger this week. What could possibly happen is price could also take this place as liquidity, as in it can induce this low, this other block. It can induce it before the movement continues. It happens. It's very possible. I just have to point that out. Price can choose to induce this place. It can choose to induce it and just buy from here, or it can induce this place more. But I think if this place is induced, then it won't go lower than this. So induce it and continue the movement. So I think I'll point that out. So that brings us to the end of this market review on Euro USD. So thank you for staying with me. And I hope this new week will be successful for us. Thank you.